Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Duggan and we're hanging out here on the Citadel server just outside of Westhill. We have all of our shulkers set up from the last time we streamed, which was Sunday, and I think we're just going to pick up where we left off, although it would be fun to kind of switch gears and do something a little bit different. So I might check the book, see what might be next on the list, see what I might want to switch around. I'm also noticing that my texture packs have been turned off, because I did a thumbnail for the Spawn Chunks podcast. And whenever I run the snapshot, it removes all of my textures. That should be right. And I apologize if I sound a little under the weather today. I feel fine, but for whatever reason, I sound like I'm coming down with something. That's not the case. I'm A-okay. MindTripMedia with 100 bits kicking off the stream. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the support as always. Jan, GrandpaCrafter, Blast Jordan, Cosmic. Good to see everybody. All right. Where's the book? That's the book. So we've got some interior stuff we could start to work on. Crossroads still has the signs to be finished. We could do the final design on these. I think I'm happy with the way that looks. I don't think it has to be a heck of a lot different. We would have to do it on both sides. It's the only thing. So, although that's a lot of armor stand stuff. Although maybe we don't do the arrows on each one. I guess we could figure it out. One thing that could be neat to add a little bit of color to it would be to get some tipped arrows, but I don't even know how to do those. I'd have to look that up. Spectral arrow for gold with gold glowstone dust. Any arrows in a potion for tipped arrows? Does it matter which? Strength. Super fast. Feg, hello, thank you for the tip. Let's just try it with health. Arrows. Guess it probably depends on the potion. Maybe it's a splash potion. I could just have the wrong potion. Eight arrows in a crafting table. You'd think, after doing a news show about Minecraft for almost 6 years, that I would know this. Nope. Alright, not a big deal. I can look it up after. Lingering potion. I don't have those. I don't know if I even have... Yeah, you need Dragon's Breath for lingering potions, right? I don't think I have any of that. Maybe back at Dartmouth Meadows? Maybe? It's a news show, not a here's how you craft everything in Minecraft show. That's fair. Although embarrassing, because we just had Ulraf on the podcast this week. I think the note in Nightbot is up to date. TheSpawnChunks.com or TheSpawnChunks, whenever you want to go to a podcast platform, find us by name, very easy to find. You can also just search Joel Duggan on like iTunes and it absolutely comes up. Kelbirdie, hello. So we can do the signs. I don't want to do the road textures yet because the sides of the roads are not done. These are the things that I was thinking about doing, although this is where I'm like, this is a lot of what I just did the other day, and I'd like to try and change it up a little bit. Maybe we can just crack on with one of the farmhouses or something. Because this is just going to be more bushes and trees and rocks and stuff, and I'm honestly a little, not bored, but it's not something I necessarily want to dive into, because this is not a single stream event. Like, that's like the rest of my weekend looking at grass and dirt. So let's try and switch things up a bit. I feel like I need to do a little bit of special character research as well. Does anybody have a good website where you can go and do like a copy paste for like special characters? I've just been using like normal keyboard characters for the longest time, but I know you can do all kinds of really cool stuff on signs now, and that would be fun. We can at least change the content to be all... Can I not copy all of this? Oh, you can only do one at a time. All right, well, I'll do the hard thing to do. It's too bad there wasn't a button to just make the signs the same. Are they both dyed? I think both sides are dyed. I think the dye works on both sides. I think the confusing part is that it's still black in the interface, but it's brown on the sign. Because I like the look of this and the position of this. This is not moving. So that will at least be something we can work on. I might as well get one more of these. And I need some dye. Are cocoa beans still the only way to make brown dye? Wafer Knight, the issue that I have with the number pad is that for whatever reason on my computer, it seems to give me different results than what people say. So someone will say, oh, if you do this in the chat, then it'll do certain things. So like, for example, you said Alt and number 1. So it gives a vertical smiley face, but not like a smiley face with a circle around it. And sometimes that's just not the case, right? 4 does nothing, 5 does nothing, 6 does nothing. And see, now it's not working, right? So it worked at first, and now I guess you have to release it. I don't know. Like I said, it's funky. I'd rather do copy paste stuff because then I know exactly what I'm getting. I think we're okay with using this one. Oh, right. That looks kind of funny. This is one that might have an arrow on it, actually. And I like that East Road one, so maybe we'll copy that for the North Road. Looks the same to me. Oh, it doesn't do both sides. Huh. I guess the shaders are just playing tricks on me. We are going to have to make more cocoa beans. One nice thing about this is when you do it on concrete or stone or whatever, there's no chance of misclicking. And this is why I like endgame Minecraft. I really like what Cubfan has done this season on Hermitcraft with all the different dye farms. I absolutely want to copy that when I go to my sci-fi area, because I think we're going to be using a lot of color wherever I can, and having dyes readily available will be fantastic. Those are all brown. Oops. Wait a minute. Oh, because those are cocoa beans, Joel. That's why. Now they're all brown. Okay. Good stuff. And then we'll do the armor stand for that one. I think I had to move this. Oh, good. It's facing the right way. That way? Yep. Guess it's inside at that point. There we go. Wrong way. So just touching the bottom pixel. Let's see, it needs to go up by 1. Mm-hmm. And then I would say 1 pixel north. Can't do half pixels, so that's about as good as we're going to get. If I tried putting the books on a lectern, like these books? No, I've never tried these on a lectern. Do I have a lectern? Yes, I do. Oh, it does. Yeah, so it remembers your page. That's cool. The problem with that is as the stand moves, sometimes it gets out of range of the book. So that could be a problem. But worth noting if you're doing something really complicated. I do think that's one of the design flaws in the statues book, is that every time you complete an action, the book closes out, and I wish it didn't do that. That's one of the advantages, I think, of the mod instead of the data pack. There's a mod out there that has a different UI, and you get real-time feedback as to what's happening, but then also it doesn't close out of the UI every time you do something. So I feel like I'd want to do either arrows or other things. Like I'm trying to think about what other items we could put up here. to represent the different things. Like for example, the Westhill River Inn. Maybe we use a poppy, right? Rosebush would be too big. But maybe we can put like a red flower on it. Do I have a poppy? I could probably fly and get one faster then. So what are the things we could use for the roads? Not flowers. What's east? The east road is the graveyard and the river, East River. A lot of those flowers out there. I guess we could try a different flower. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Western slopes. Maybe a spruce tree? Spruce sapling? Or what's out west? I mean, west is really nothing. Just the river. And then north, maybe a bundle of wheat. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't switch to the mod. I think I tried it and it like crashed the server or something. There was a reason why we didn't do it. It was causing problems when I was testing it. So here I was saying that I maybe wasn't going to do all the armor stand stuff, but here I am doing the armor stand stuff. Well, I mean, like, doing this armor stand stuff doesn't really affect the text. I was just thinking it'd be fun to have something other than that as a special character. So I did find this list of Unicode symbols. Unfortunately, the website is not the best to surf around on. There's just a ton of stuff. And it's not, you know, it's not clear which would be. What I'd like to see is if anybody ever puts together a database for Minecraft specifically. You know, like, hey, here's not necessarily something you'd want to use for text, but it might be something cool to put in. You know, for example, if I can get this one to work. That would be interesting. Let's just edit this. Right? I mean, like, that worked, but it looks kind of dumb. Right? Because it's not very bold. So swirls or little details like that could be really interesting. Let's see what the Westhill River Inn would look like if we gave this a flower. We may have to make this a small armor stand for this to work. Plus there's no... Shared something further up in chat. Not sure if it would work for you. Cool, thanks. Oh, that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a cool... It's a better interface for sure. Although... Punctuation, math, numbers, currency, symbols. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, if there was a symbol for a sun for the East Road, that would be good too. I have to be careful with stuff that it's like in other languages because, of course, I may not know what they mean. That kind of thing. Cool. Thanks. That is probably going to need to be smaller. See, you have to be really close to it. And sometimes it really doesn't work on the head because of the way that it's positioned, kind of like on the forehead. Sometimes it doesn't work the best. So sometimes it's better to switch it. Left arm on the Z-axis. Nope. See, this is the thing. The head and the arms work differently in terms of the rotation. So it's a guessing game. That's the leg. And unfortunately, these look really terrible with if I'm in spectator mode for screenshots. Delara resubbed at tier 1 for 32 months. Okay, wow, I had not realized it had been so many months. Thanks very much, Delara. That's incredible support. I really appreciate that. And Word Nerdify. Good tomorrow and happy time zone. Thanks for the sub. Tier 1, 21 months. That's incredible, folks. I really appreciate that. That brings a hype train super close. If anybody wants to do bits in the next 4 minutes, and that'll start a hype train. Speak of the devil, Hunter 555. Pulling the train whistle on the hype train. Thanks so much, Hunter 555. I don't know why I keep on saying 555, like it's your last name and you're in trouble. See, now that actually is a better position. I just think it's a little bit big. Utilities. Somewhere in here there is, I think it's under small stand. Little. See, too far away. That's annoying. See, unfortunately that floats, right? So it's really tricky to get it to look right. I mean, at a glance, it's not going to be too big of a problem. The problem is that it's still moving an entire pixel, even though it's a smaller stand. Make sense? I'd still like to try to figure out a way to do an arrow up there somehow. So maybe we can find a symbol that might work. That's kind of cool. Copy to clipboard. That's a cool little website. Thanks for that. Sure. Even though it is floating slightly, Delara, I agree. I think that's a little bit, it's fine. I don't think anybody's going to be like right up underneath it. And if it was really going to bother me, I would go with the bigger flower. I might still go with the bigger flower just because like this feels way more bold and more like cartoony, more Minecraft design vibe. I don't mind that it sticks out because then it sort of looks like it's like a carved painted wood sign. The floating thing is just a little bit weird, right? I mean, you really can't tell. It's tough. It's just that it's really small. So East Road, I was thinking flowers. That's just a lot of flowers on one sign. What else could we put over here? I could do a blue lantern maybe. For the graveyard. The fun thing about that is that one armor stand with a block on it will do both sides of the armor stand, of the sign. Would I want to hang an arrow under the sign? I mean, that's a possibility too. The only issue is that you'd have to have the details of like, what is it hanging from? So you'd have to have like 3 armor stands. I think a blue lantern for the east would be good. I've got totally sucked into this now. Hope you were all on board for details. That is what I put in the tweet, in my defense. Oh, I gotta remember to put this back. Let's try the lectern thing to see if that makes life a little bit easier. So it still kicks me out, but at least it remembers my page. Oh, it's not a block. Crap. That's still pretty cool. I want to flip it around though. It does make it a little bit faster. Good call. Insane value. Maybe I did that wrong. Maybe I want that to be the other way around. I keep on picking the wrong thing. Resub from Blast Jordan. Thanks very much, Cosmic. Sorry I missed that. Blast Jordan, thanks for the tier 1 sub. That just got into the hype train, I think. Very much appreciate that level 1 hype train, folks. Almost a year, Blast Jordan. Coming up on the full 12. Where are you for sub badges? Don't see your name. You are... Then, yeah, 9 months, the Fire Keystone badge. You'll get the Space Keystone badge next. That's amazing. Thanks for the shout out, Cosmic. I appreciate that. Sometimes when I'm in the depths of this, I miss. I keep on hitting the wrong button. They've got the coordinates in Minecraft backwards. It drives me crazy. So the head floats too, so we'll have to do that on the hand. Right arm. Go. That could, I don't know if that needs to be. It's the wrong way. I'd say that probably needs to be smaller. No, it's not a redstone contraption in Zane Value. Why would it be a redstone contraption? Small stand. So we're going to have the same floating problem. Maybe this one will be better with the head. So if we swap it back to the head. Yeah, okay. So the head on the mini armor stand doesn't float. That's good to know. So for this one, what I would do is probably change the design on the sign and remove those. And maybe we could use the little arrow. I think that's pretty good. Hobo Skunk, hello, welcome back. So I'm not going to do both sides just yet. I want to see if those sit well with me. If I come up with any better ideas, I might come up with a better arrow. Like there's another arrow here on this website. That last website that you sent, folks, that's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. If I just edit this, I love that we can edit signs. It's so nice, so nice. See, that's a little bit more Minecrafty, right? Like it's a little bit more bold. I like that better. So this is the kind of stuff I want to mess with over time. Add so much more life. Yeah, I think the armor stand thing, I know it's a data pack. I know it really pushes things outside of Minecraft's blocky nature, but I think it really does help. I don't know what an in-game vanilla solution would be. You wouldn't want this level in vanilla. Like this is obviously custom, right? But I do sort of feel like it would be nice if we had the ability to, I don't know. I feel like even if it was something as simple as taking a block, right? Like we just straight block, right? Most of these types of things, if I throw one on the ground, that's about a quarter of a block, right? It's about a quarter of a block. I know that we can put things in item frames in the middle of a block, right? Like this. But that's still only about a quarter. It would be really cool if there was something we could do. Maybe it involves slime, whatever. If we could just divide this into quarters, and then just like when you're placing stairs, you know how you went, depending on where you aim, it goes like upside down or right side up. If we could right click here, there, or there, and have the item actually go on there, that would be kind of cool. But I say that and all of it is just like, this could be incredibly difficult to code. You know, there's all those kind of things that come up too, right? So I'm going to try something. I'm just curious now. I know everything's brown, but I'm just curious to see, because of the blue lantern, I want to know what these might look like. Ooh, no. Ugh, also no. They do like 100% saturation on these. I really wish they didn't. Don't know whether gray would look good. Usually it doesn't. That's not terrible. The dark gray is not bad. I think it looks better when they all match, but it's not bad. That's more legible. Also, even though it's perfectly centered, I do feel like I need to just nudge everything. Just so it doesn't look so crowded. Plus, hand-painted people are not, you know, perfect. I like that idea. So western slopes, I was thinking spruce sapling, because that's where our taiga biome is, right? We fly over there. Use pink. No. Yeah, taiga biome, mountain. I don't know how you represent a mountain with an item. That's a lot of unrendered stuff. This is going to be a fun road to finish up too. There's an opportunity for a bridge here. And if any of my other server mates wanted to build a kingdom, there's this really cool spruce valley over here that people could use. Plus you've got the cool mountain to look at. But a bridge here would be awesome. You can see where I've kind of planned the road. Getting some real rendering issues. Yeah, so there's a bridge. I don't know how to make a bridge. Or a tower. It would be really neat if I was able to do some sort of tower, but it would take like eons for one little sign. So feel like a spruce sapling. Any other Minecraft items that you folks think would work well in that direction? I feel like the spruce sapling's probably it, right? Don't let me forget to put that back. Anything there? There is something there. Let's build ourselves a little something here. The lectern is faster. What did we decide? We decided that on the head of the mini armor stand. I keep on calling it mini, but technically it's called small. Is that floating? There we go. Works for me. That was easy. I guess before I hide it, I should maybe adjust this. Ooh. It's a little tight. Even the sapling on the mini armor stand is big. Is it smaller if it's in the hand? Yeah, that's absolutely smaller. So it has to float. Because of the size of it, we have to float it. Let's nudge this way. And then that needs an arrow going in the other direction. Oh, all the arrows on this website are going to the right. There's no arrows going left. Oh, there is, but they're all different. Well, that sucks. I guess because it's technically fonts, and most Western fonts are left to right. Well, crap. What could I do here? I really like that other style of arrow too. That's too bad. What about a line? Oh man, you can do like symbols? Wow. Hold on. I'm curious what that's going to be on a sign. I'm going to surprise y'all. Break time when you're ready. Thanks, Cosmic. Do I have another sign? Oh, hi friends. I'm not letting you hang around. No creepers. Sign. I'm just curious. Let's just use a regular sign. Oh, it just gives you the black and white version. That's colored on the website. It's a bunch of hearts and frames. I mean, I chose the wrong I chose the wrong material to show that off on stream. Hold on. Some of them don't translate very well. Yeah, there's no left arrow. I've got a couple of left symbols I could try, but they're different than what we have already, which is annoying. And small. I need something fatter. Yeah, there really isn't much that points left. It's not terrible. If I could combine it with something, maybe. Nope. There's no indication on the website as to how thick or thin they come out when you do them. And there's no undo button either. Well, this might be a spot where we have to do a proper armor stand arrow or something. These just look so good. I wish I had one of those pointing the other way. Sign of a hanging sign. You can't put an you can put a hanging sign in an item frame, but when you put an item frame in an armor stand, it shows up like this. I'll show you. That's what an item frame in an armor stand looks like. It gives you that, right? We're gonna make that nice too. See, if we put the rows on that, I think it'll go nice with that. We'll make it match. Here's the fun thing too, is that you can see all these from a distance. So it means that the signs don't look like they're completely blank when you're far away. It looks like there's some sort of indication on them. It would be really cool if we could work this out and do it without any words. Like if we had a symbol for Westhill, a symbol for the East Road, and a symbol for the Westhill River Inn, like that would work really well. Yeah, I just don't know what to do. I don't want to just copy the arrow and put it there. We could make maybe a mini armor stand arrow and put it at the bottom. That could be fine. I mean, it kind of suggests you're going in that direction anyway. It's fine. That's right. Like I said, this is not 100% complete. This is me spitballing some ideas. I gotta put this back before I go on my break. Oh, I thought that was gonna break. They float. Cool. Did I lock that armor stand? I don't know if I did. Yes, I have now. All right, well, that was a decent phase one. I'll take that break. For folks that are new, I take a break about once an hour. Gives me a chance to grab another glass of water. Gives you a chance to stretch. Me too, for that matter. And we'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Some stuff is on fire out here. People straggling around, coming to the sun. I'll have to get rid of that skeleton. Zombies are not going to be too smart about anything. You're hanging out underneath the rooftops. More bones. We'll get rid of you too. I think that's everybody. The hazards of having my AFK spot far away from where I'm currently working is that we end up with friends. I'm not sure if that's too colorful or not. It's the lantern that to me is like, maybe not. It does feel a little bit cartoony. Maybe if they all have stuff on them, it's a little bit overkill. Like the East Road could be fine without that lantern. And the Western Slopes could just have a small arrow. I might do it in a more subtle way. Not now. I'll do it maybe in between streams or something. Okay, that's some sign stuff done. Like I said, I did want to try and work out a little bit more as to what happens with one of these farms. Maybe we can think about how this slope is going to look and what flowers I want to put in here. I don't want to do rose bushes, I know that. So that rules out rose bushes. I feel like sunflowers won't look the best. Unless I get like a texture pack for sunflowers that makes them central in things. So let's go get... Where did I see? Thought I brought some stuff with me. I guess it was inside. Bring that. Bring that. Don't want to do bamboo because you can't stop that from growing without putting something on top of it. I wish we could... You can't shear bamboo, right? You can't like stop it from growing. You have to put something on top of it. No. There's no other real plants. Cool, thanks for the follow. And Sam Liu, thanks for the follow. I don't know why I've got bamboo on that one. Oh no, that's not bamboo, that's a mangrove propagule. Don't have very many of those. Let's fix that. I know I've got tons of sunflowers. Feel like Cosmic, maybe you took some. And torch flowers, I've got seeds, but I don't have very many torch flowers. And you can't bone meal these to make more, right? You have to wait for them to actually grow up. The only way to get more of these is from the sniffer, right? I'll bring these just in case, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to use them. Berry bushes. Vines grow the wrong way. Cactus would look weird. I don't think I want to do... This was a natural pumpkin patch. Like, right, those are... I moved them around, but that was originally there in the area. So I thought it would be kind of fun to actually have a pumpkin patch there. Thought it would be a cool color contrast as you're coming down this pathway from the west. If that was actually a proper decorated field of pumpkin, I think that could look really cool up against the wheat. So that's the thing. If you have less flowers than before, then Cosmic was probably at your door. You need that on a t-shirt, Cosmic. That's pretty good. I'm thinking a field of something. I don't know whether it's going to be crops. The problem with crops is that crops are all kind of look the same. The other issue is that my brain has been kicking on a bunch of ideas for like alien landscapes because of my sci-fi build plans, and so that's not something I can do here. All right, first, let's just get more of the things. All right, that gets us at least a chunk. And I guess I need coarse dirt. Need to make some more coarse dirt. So the situation here is really what's going to be here. So it's going to be up against the main gate in the background. And as you get closer, there's going to be a lot of red over here. So I don't think I want roses in both places. And to illustrate that, I'll throw down several. I mean, it doesn't look terrible on its own. I just feel like there's a lot of red, right? I feel like these are just going to be too pale. I'm going to make these look nicer, obviously, in terms of the rows and that stuff. I don't have many of these, and I don't have many of those, so we'll put these where we can see them. Those make a different noise, don't they? And then the other thing that we might be able to do would be some sort of like orchard or vineyard or something. I mean, right away it adds a lot of color. I think the pitcher plant is kind of what I want to do. This just blends in with the background too much. I mean, we could add flowering azalea, but I don't find that they look that good. I feel like you need to do moss on top of that. And so it's not the best combo. I'm fine with the lilac too. They do pretty good coverage. This I feel like, even though I like the flower, it's the green that I don't like on the peony. Peony? Yeah. So it's between the lilac for me and the pitcher plant. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of the pitcher plant. Cosmic, how's your pitcher plant stock? Oh, I forgot about the berry bush. Could do that too. Cue me getting skewered by berry bushes constantly. I think it's just because it's the wrong biome. I probably didn't want to do it. Because if you've got some pitcher plants, Cosmic, then I will take a road trip. Maybe some of the people here haven't seen parts of the server, and we'll just go to Somerville and pick up some stuff. The death bushes, yes. Yep. I wish there was a way, in the same way that you can grow trees higher, like I wish we could kind of plant things higher and like get, like if we had floating plants, if you grew them on a grass block, like if you had a grass block like up here, you know, you grew a plant on it, and then if you got rid of the block, it would be cool if we could like create our own plant, you know? Oh, they do kill you. I thought it was going to be instant, but they have to be full grown, I think, before they're really nasty. All right, let's get rid of the roses. Pig, you're in the way. Get rid of the peony. I didn't hate the torch flower, it just wasn't very tall. Whoops. You were just talking about me. I thought my ears were burning. Heavily addicted to Satisfactory, cannot fathom how many years you've spent getting to where you are. Yeah. Yeah, that game's a time sink. In a good way. I do like it. It's a good game. Did I lose a torch flower, or did I only ever have 3? I thought I had 4. Maybe I broke one by accident. Do you get them when you... Yeah, you do. Okay. I think the torch flower is just a little bit too bright for what I want here. It is very cool. The berry bushes are not bad. The problem, of course, is they're low. Although these are low. Pixel Riff's coming in with a raid. What's going on, Pix? How was your day? Diggy diggy hole? Has the hole become holier? Welcome in, folks. Let's throw up Paints Cam and free cam so you can see what's up. Welcome in, Raiders. Thanks so much for sending everybody over. Folks, in my chat, if you're not aware, Pixelriffs is my co-host and co-producer on the Spawn Chunks podcast, and obviously a content creator on YouTube. It's a survival guide, Minecraft SOS, all good stuff. Pixelriff's day in real life is noisy and full of builders, but now you have a waterproof chimney again. Well, that's good. Water staying on the outside of the home is essential. My day in Minecraft was yet more digging. Yeah, I figured as much. Well, thanks for bringing everybody over. Folks, if you're not already following Pixelriffs in my chat, please go do so. Fill in that little heart at the top of the chat. Would much appreciate it. And Pix, thanks so much for sending everybody over. That's amazing. I have something cool to show you, actually. Right now, we're trying to decide what plant or crop we're going to put on this farm. So, for a little bird's eye view, we've got this bank here. Up here could be something different. It doesn't have to be the same crop all the way, but I feel like this tier here on the bend, here on the road, should be the same. And I'm torn between the lilacs and the berry bushes and the pitch plants. Pig is really intent on sticking around. So here's some fun stuff we did with armor stands for that sign that you liked so much, Pixelriffs. We added some Unicode, which unfortunately don't point left. We are stuck with the only right arrow. And then we used mini armor stands to hold a lantern and a poppy, because the Westhill River Inn has got a rose garden. Don't tell anybody it's a poppy. It works for the context of the sign. I think there might be some poppies over there. Yeah, looks like there are. And then we used a spruce sapling for the western road, because that's where our taiga biome is. And of course, you saw the arrow for Westhill. I added one to the other side. And then we haven't done the backs because I'm not sure if I like this. It feels a little bit overdone. Like, I feel like I like this and I like that, but I'm not so sure about the Eastern Road one, and I'm not so sure about the spruce sapling. It just feels very cartoony in like an overkill kind of way. But that's what we were up to the first hour on stream. How do you put icons on the signs? It is Unicode, and I was given this wonderful website here in chat. I will send it to you now. Check that out. Clicking on anything will copy it to your clipboard, and then you can just paste it in the sign. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks terrible. And the other thing is that not everything is unidirectional. So this arrow would point the right direction on this side of the sign, but it would not point in the correct direction on this side of the sign. So that's a problem. Yeah. So Cosmic, if you're coming in to send me or give me flowers, I was going to walk to go get them, if that's what you're doing. Because I think that would be fun to show people that just came in on the stream a little bit of the server, if folks are up for a little bit of a walk around. Let's put some of this stuff back. I know I'm not going to be using these. And oh, we didn't try the sunflowers, although I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a thing. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. We'll try the sunflowers. And I think that was it. Yeah. Just checking your supplies. Wasted journey. Okay, cool. Thank you. Pointing hand Unicode has both directions. It depends on what that looks like. That would be the other thing. So I wanted to try something else. We decided that these were too bright, I think. So the good news is that they're facing the right direction, because mostly what I'm concerned about is coming into the road on this way, coming from the north. They just don't really fill up the space like I'd want them to. I mean, the sun is setting right now, so we'll probably sleep and see what they look like in the daytime. Oh, boo. Hello, hello. Lurking during a virtual meeting. Yeah, I see what you mean, G-Muns, but, or Simons? I guess Simons. But they don't always look the best on the sign. They're very small, right? Pix, if you've got to go, I appreciate it. It's probably close to your dinner time. So no worries if you've got a ready to run. Thanks ever so much for dropping the people off. Folks that just came in, if you want to stick around, we're probably going to go and get some flowers from Cosmic. And that'll involve a little bit of a, not really a server tour, but you'll get to see a chunk of the server. I just want to sleep here. We just have to wait for a couple seconds here. Is there anything else I want to test? I don't think so. Thanks for all of the follows. I really appreciate it. Hungarian username. Feel free to pronounce it how you want. Dangerous territory, but okay. If you have never seen Westhill, folks, then I'll pop up on something high here so you can kind of get a good look. Chances are, if you're coming from Pixel's stream, you've probably listened to the Spawn Chunks or gone to thespawnchunks.com at some point and seen screenshots. But this is the town that I've been working on for 3.5 years. And she's big. And what we've been doing the last couple of weeks on stream is just like kind of like a little bit of a surrounding area, just like a area just around the town, so that it doesn't feel so plunked in the middle of vanilla Minecraft landscape. So obviously some places are still not done, but then other places like here, we have finished tightening things up. So kind of where we are. What was that? I wanted to check the sunflowers in the daytime. I want to go get the pitcher plants anyway, but I really feel like it's between the lilacs and the pitcher plants, and maybe we can do both because they do match one another quite nicely. So if I move these over here, I like that sound so much nicer. That might be a cool resource pack to change your flower breaking sounds to be more like the pitcher plant. Thanks for the shout out for the VODs, Cosmic. It's subtle, but I think that works really well. Like I could see maybe these being on the edge here, and then the brighter ones being closer to the middle, maybe. Like have it divided. It's going to be in rows, kind of like what you see here. So we could do like different row angles and stuff like that. It's probably going to be closer to that, actually. Okay. Well, let's get a shulker box and we'll go get some flowers. Hello from Moncton, Coop Daddy. That is not too far away, considering most of the people that I talk to on stream are a lot farther away from me than Moncton. That's awesome. Is it gray and dreary in Moncton today like it is here? I shouldn't complain. We've had a nice couple days up until today. Put this back. Put this back. I will bring a shulker box that has room. I think that's probably a good one. I guess I should just fill that up first. Rockets and food are good. Bring a spare shulker just in case. Do you want anything for the flowers, Cosmic? Should I find flowers that I want? What mod is labeling the shulkers? That is Iskal85's teams. It's called Shulker Plus. Where is it? This. It's not up to date. It works, but it's not up to date for 1.20.4, so the imagery isn't working, but Shulker Plus. Captain Wutax, I think, is the main author. You can find it on Modrinth. And all of my mods, thank you Cosmic, are in that link in the chat. It's cool in some ways and then not in others. I don't like the blocks, but the items look great. It's really handy. Oh good, it's a thunderstorm, I can sleep. Excellent. All right, road trip. Good time of day. So we're going to go to Cosmic's place in the middle of the server and pick up some... Is it cool if I get torch flowers and pitcher plants, Cosmic? No, nothing for the flowers? Okay. No, it's not Vanilla Tweaks. Vanilla Tweaks is this one. No, actually that's a mod too. On that spreadsheet that's linked above, it's I've got it all organized. What's a data pack? What's a mod? Most of the mods are quality of life mods. They don't really affect building. They just help with inventory, performance, visuals, that kind of thing. I try to have a limited texture resource pack as well. Like I really try not to change too much. We've got dirt slabs, coarse dirt slabs, and that's really... Oh, hay bales are the two big ones. The other thing that people notice is my ender chests have purple. Ender pearls are purple instead of green. So they match Enderman. But that's like a small thing. It's not really something you build with. So it doesn't really matter, you know? Barrels? Nope. My barrels are default. Oh, note blocks. My note blocks are crate textured. Yeah, that's fair. People use them. That's what I did it because people use them as crates anyway. But my note blocks look like proper wooden crates. We also have command blocks on the server to teleport people 10,000 blocks away, and that's usually because we're separating things like the medieval fantasy zone, which is through that area there, from places like Spawn Town, the modern city, that kind of thing. And as you can see, we've been hard at work at all the paths around here. Item number 475 on my to-do list. I guess I'll go down to Cosmic's portal. Thanks for the lurk, Wait for Night. Much appreciated. And thanks for all the follows again, people. All the folks that came in with Pixel Rift's raid. Really appreciate it. So, speaking of decorating with flowers, Cosmic has been just prolific at doing this. Where am I going, Cosmic? To the sniffer farm? Oh, that's cute. I like that. What's the... Oakwood. Okay. Have you ever tried that on Junglewood? I don't know where I'm going. Did you move the sniffer farm? Oh, there's Cosmic jumping up and down. So it's in the shulker box. Aha! The pitcher pods and torchflower seeds. Did you make a bigger one? I don't want to clean you out. Oh, I see. I haven't been on for a while. Well, that's still enough, I think. Because the only way to get these, right, is to just get them from sniffers. You can't, like, bone meal them or grow them in any way. While we're here, I'm going to walk around. Where's the other? I thought there was a bigger farm. Or is there just a location for a bigger farm? See what I mean by colors? It's wild. No, I guess that's the only one. Cool. Maybe I'll get a little bit higher so folks can see Cosmic's area. Ah, the big one isn't finished yet. Right. This way. Oh, in the tree. We've seen pictures on the Spawn Chunks hangouts of all the work. But you can see, like, you know, the symbols, and then they really show up on the map, which is cool. And I'm assuming that's some sort of house that's just not rendering in. Oop. I don't think any of the nether stuff would look good in my little spot. This is a cool idea to get the stuff up off the ground too. Take some inspiration for... I don't do a lot of gardening. That's cool. Yeah, I feel like those would just be weird looking in my landscape. They look great here, but it'd be strange. I've got so many ideas for alien foliage. I'm walking on the grass. I'm breaking the rules. Where's the path? Sorry, I'll take the long way back. Not walking all the way, just the long way out of Cosmic's place, just so that you can see a little bit more of it. It's fun to have a nice big crew from Pixelriffs hanging around. I want to do more of this in my pathways in Westhill. I think the overhang is really effective. Flower chicken. Oh, I didn't know you had cherry trees all the way out here. That's cool. And I guess I'll go to the other portal. I haven't been through here with shaders in a long time. I do like my sugarcane field. There's just something really satisfying about big fields of 2 or 3 high foliage in Minecraft. I think it's really satisfying. Now we've got the speed beacon. I miss these in Westhill. I miss being able to really run through an area. All right, we'll go back this way. And it continues to last for a little bit when you're in the nether, which is nice. Oh, I just realized my falling leaf mod is gonna... It's gonna happen in the nether. That's cool. I didn't realize that that little ambiance mod would work in the nether too. I think you can control that. You can probably turn it on and off. But that's cool. I just saw them on the ground. I was like, that's fun. I do like that. I don't think I needed anything else. I may want to reconsider doing some sort of vineyard or something. Too bad Cosmic hates pink. M, you came to the right sarcastic spot. I think if you want to communicate with Cosmic, then I think speaking sarcasm is definitely the right language to choose off the start, right? Getting close to bedtime here. I'm going to wait so I'm not walking through the woods in the dark. I need to finish this place up too. Since the lighting update has now happened, I don't think we need nearly half of these torches. I feel like just a couple of lanterns on the building and lanterns around the outside, and we should be totally fine in through here. Oh, it updated my hotkey again. So this is the reason why there's a bed here, just in case you come through here at night. The road to Westhill is not lit, so it is much more fun and safer to walk this during the day. Plus, at sunrise, it's really cool. I wish there was some settings and shader packs that would tone down lanterns during the day. They just seem so bright during the day. I think it would be nice if, like, at different times of day, the brightness of a block could be controlled in a shader. I think that would be really cool. Does anybody know if that's even possible? So obviously this part of the path has not been finished yet. Still have lots of random blocks around. We've got little touches here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty bare bones. I do really like all the like lily pads and bushes and stuff over there. I think that adds a lot. Right, so here's one of the reasons why I wanted to go on a little bit of a trip, because coming back, I don't know, those pitcher plants might be a little bit too dark, you know? It might be better to have those up higher against something like the house, so you can see them better. Because that's like sunlight hitting them directly and they're still not very bright. Yeah, I can see them, a sunflower patch being something like this, like a little farther inside, maybe closer to the bees or something. I do want to try that that orchard type look too, though. That could be fun. Again, maybe we can do both the lilac and the orchard bit. Because that's the thing, is that and the pitcher pods have got to be planted on farmland first, right? If I remember correctly. Those, put this back. All right, let's get my frame rates back. And I wanted to go get some jungle wood. There it is. And I think that was it. Yep, I think that's it. Farmland first for the pitcher pods. Okay. So I'll need my hoe. So the first thing I think I need to check out, I want to double check to see if this orchard idea might work. And it won't work if they're sideways, so we'd have to be very selective about how we line them up. And then like maybe every other one could be tall. That's not terrible. I wanted to use jungle because I feel like it's a warmer wood and it goes better with the azalea. Even though I know it's a green, it's a pretty yellowy green, so it's kind of got a warm hue to it. They feel kind of straight. It might be good to work in some dead bushes in there too, but then at the same time, then that might not match the fence posts very well. And I don't know if you can get any bigger. You might be able to do a little bit more with it if you did something out to the side, maybe. But even then, that's kind of a stretch. So maybe it's better to not have the thing there. That starts to get really tall. And I don't know if that's really what I want. I wish there was a better way to make these taller. The only thing I could think of is just putting them on top of moss. If you can even plant them on moss. But, okay. So that's worth considering. Probably just not here. That kind of the thing might be best looked at from farther away. So it's the kind of thing I might want to put on a farm farther from the road. So maybe like this area here or this area here could have a little bit more of an orchard. It'd be kind of a fun surprise for players if they walked through this way. And then to the right here, there was a bit of an orchard. It would help hide some of that ugly dirt hill too. Yeah, that could work. What are these new flowers? Those are pitcher plants, and then there's torch flowers, but I don't have them on me. I'm glad that hoe works on these. That's good. All right, so let's take a look and see what angle I want to put these at. If we're coming in from the north, I don't want the rows to run this way because then you'll be looking kind of down the row as you approach. So what I'd want to do, unfortunately, that's kind of what would be the most natural way to do it. Maybe we'll have them go straight this way. Well, that could work. Hold on. If I wanted this to go in this direction, path around the outside. And then usually what I do is a path in here. And then the rows go kind of like in this direction. Then the flowers would be like here. I might have to change some of this design to work. Where's my rockets? Kiwi be good. Hello, hello. The hoe is a custom texture. I have not got around to do it with the netherite tools, but my diamond tools for the longest time had a custom texture on them. So diamond pickaxe looks like that. And the reason for that is because I've got a different diamond texture. I think it's from Conquest Reforged. But in my game, Minecraft diamonds look like this. Instead of blue. And so I used that texture and I kind of made my tools look like they were made out of that texture. It was just kind of a fun little art project that I did. Streams at 2 hours. Thank you, Cosmic. So here we're sort of looking right down some of the separation. So I want to be careful with that. I might have to make this bottom tier a little bit wider. Whoops. That might be better. So like that maybe, and then too wide. I mean, the good news, we can make as many of these as we want in terms of the flowers. It just has to make sense from like a farming perspective, but you can sort of see on the map how it's starting to look like the other farms, right? It doesn't take very long. You just have to pick a pattern and stick through it. So like 3 over 1 up, 3 over 1 up, that kind of thing. As long as you keep it consistent. The harder ones were these ones where it's actually like more of a spiral, like it's more of a concentric coming from a central point. Whereas this, I'm doing more rows. And the idea here is that I don't want to see the landscape behind everything. Do you ever feel overwhelmed with the world size and think, how will I ever manage this? No. I'm a pretty patient person by nature. And on top of that, it is my job. And so if I was rushing through everything or starting over again, I'm just sacrificing content, right? So by having this long-term project as a marathon, not a sprint, I think that it's slowly but surely getting a lot more attention. And I'm starting to see people like really enjoying watching the VODs, and the whole thing is on YouTube. If you're curious about all of this, everything here is all on YouTube. I don't play Minecraft hardly ever unless I'm streaming. So it's all documented on YouTube. Oops. I mean, it looks much better with shaders on. But you can see how that top level, you don't really see down the paths until you get to here. And that's what I like. The bottom level, I think we're looking down the paths too much. And so that is just something as simple as perhaps I need to make the bottom level wider, change the angle on this. So like here, we could maybe change this a little bit. And let's do that. And then this would be grass. And then this would go this way. Whoops. Although that's kind of cool. Not for this exact thing, but yeah, so this bottom level just needs some sort of adjustment. Because otherwise it's too small, I think, is the issue. It needs to be a little bit wider. Snookyful, oh cool. You're already up on everything. You just lurk a lot. Well, thanks. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate that you've finally got a chance to chat. I know there's a lot of lurkers, and I appreciate everybody. I mean, eyeballs are eyeballs, right? I wanted this is what I wanted. Yeah, so I think it's just that because this is so short, this doesn't have it doesn't have a chance to get to this size. So I think what I need to do is either just have a single path here and just fill the front so that this is actually just like a border, or widen this to make it deeper and then approach it the same way that I did these ones. And I think that'll work. Because having it run kind of like at this angle here is much better than at like it's like a 45 or a 50 instead of like a 35 or a 45. So that's right. It's the kind of thing that we have to play with. And I can do it with just like the shovel and path blocks and lay it all out and have it look good. And then we can go through and do all the flowers. So, and the other thing that we'll try just before I log out here is I don't have many of these, but I wanted to try these closer. Yeah, they're just so dark. I mean, obviously shadow time, but I think if we put those anywhere, we have got to put them on the top layer, probably close to the house. So I'll make a note of that here. I didn't realize they were so dark. Do I have an outline for? Oh, there's the house over there. So maybe these guys will be up here somehow. So different silhouette. And then you're not going to really see them or notice them until you get a lot closer, at which point the color is probably going to be a lot nicer. I feel like we need to augment these with like bushes around them or something. They just look a little bit strange on their own. I mean, obviously the shaders are not... I mean, that's what it is. The shaders make them really dark, don't they? Yeah, weird. I wonder why that is. Even the top 2 tiers here could be cool. Be a nice transition probably from something here into these on the top level there. Yeah, similar to what I did over, you can't see it from here. So we've got my beetroot and then carrots at the back. And then this is all potatoes. All right, well, I think it's been a fun little experimental stream. Got a lot of decisions made, a lot of questions written, and at least the plan. I think I'm going to like the lilacs. I think that's going to look really cool. And it's just a matter now of laying out that farmland, deciding what's going to go where, and probably a good next step would be to sort out actually the farmhouse and the grounds. This is just a rough idea about where I want to put it. And I think I want to make sure I know how this is all going to go. I really did. I feel like it worked out well when I worked on the inn, and I kind of designed the inside and the outside roughly at the same time. I didn't do the details into the end, but doing them both at the same time meant that I didn't have to adjust too much. So I think that's going to be, the next thing. Silent Meow. 100% agree. I'm also a massive lurker. Nice. Snookyful says, I'll be honest, when I first discovered the stream, the fact that there was no music, but just a calming creative man working on his world is 50% of the appeal. Well, thanks very much. That's kind of you to say. Oh, I don't plan on changing. I'm not the kind of streamer that can do like high octane for 3 hours. So, speaking of, I do get a run. It's time for me to wrap up my workday and head to the gym. But thanks for being here, everyone. If you are new from the Pixel Riffs stream and you have not already followed the channel, what are you doing? Please drop a follow. It's free, and it does help me out a lot, because then hopefully the next time that you go looking for something on Twitch, you'll find me. I post on Twitter at Joel Duggan, and I post on Instagram at Joel Duggan when I go live in my stories. You can also check out things like the Discord if you want to join the Patreon. That's patreon.com/Joel Duggan. It's just a little bit. It's like $2 a month, and you get to join the Discord, and it does a great deal to help me continue to stream, because the Patreon support is very consistent, and I really, really appreciate it. You can check out things like the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcast whenever you find your podcasts on YouTube, on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you like to hang your podcast hat. I will be back tomorrow. That's Friday at 1 o'clock Atlantic, UTC minus 4 hours. I think is it 4 hours or 3 hours, Cosmic? It's 4 hours, right? And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to pass you on to Megabyte. First, I need to subscribe and thank to Matthew Plays. Thanks very much for the tier 1, Matthew. Appreciate the subscription on the way out. What a great way to end the stream. Now that you have a tier 1 sub on Twitch, you can also join the Discord. Check out the connections tab after you connect Discord and Twitch. You'll find the Joel Duggan Discord. So Patreon is one way. Twitch is another way to join the Discord. They both lead to the same place. Thanks ever so much, folks. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy Megabyte. Also, just heads up, Megabyte is an adult and uses adult language. She's very sweet, but if you have a small human on your lap, just, plug the ears. See you tomorrow.